Welcome back to another Minekingdoms video. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Like I like to keep things different. Um, since the last video, we have done quite a bit. And what I've done is I've mostly been doing some terrain shaping, been covering a lot of the holes that led down into giant caves. I think we got like one weird block here. I have been getting all of these towers built, these guard towers, uh, and stuff's been going pretty good. We've also been working on our research tree. We only have one person researching right now, but it's more than enough for now. I believe we're researching, yeah, skills right now, which is the increased play speed. Costs 128 iron ingots, which was quite expensive, but it'll be worth it in the end. Um, and yeah, we also got our level 4 mine completed. I believe our miner can now mine down to the diamond layer, which will be sweet. Look at him. Look how deep that thing goes. I'm not going to go down there because I died. But speaking of, I need to clear that waypoint. Remove all my deaths. But yeah, look at that. He goes so far down. If we look here, we can look at his levels. And right now, his deepest level is -11. And he has dug out 8 nodes down there. But I think now that the mine is level 4, he should start to dig even further down, and we should get access to the diamond layer. Okay, so what we're going to do today that is different is we're going to try to figure out how this transportation works. How do mine carts actually work with Minecolonies? So I made a couple stacks of rails, and I did a little bit of research, but I'm just going to test. So it said you don't need to power it, you don't need to provide minecarts, you just got to lay out the rails. So I'm going to make like a little track here um, for our citizens that live in these houses so they can come over here, they can get in this here, and I'm going to see if they will prefer to take this to get to their workstations instead of instead of actually walking there. So we're just going to build this out. Okay, I just placed it, and they're already zooming around on the rails. I don't know if they have to wait until, like, if they have to get on at the start, or if they can just jump on at any point on the rail and get going to where they need to go. But that's sick. That's really cool. Um, I just really wanted to test this for now. Oh, there she goes again. I wanted to test this for now so we could kind of figure out how they work, and then we can build a more permanent thing. Uh, Rails aren't too expensive, just take a lot of iron, but iron's something that we can get pretty easily if we actually want to. But yeah, I think this is actually going to work pretty good for getting our citizens around. And now that I saw the builders taking that and the couriers, I should build some rails. Like, I should build something like, I know it's not a very far go, but like, look, you can get there, maybe build a path from here to the other builder. And again, eventually we can make these much more permanent and look much nicer. We're going to do some roads here soon, and maybe in the middle of the roads we will have tracks so people can either run or take the carts, because it makes a lot more sense for them to want to use the carts if they go faster. Okay. So yeah, I mean they're using it. I don't know how efficient that was, but maybe we can snake it around a little bit more because it looks like she came in to run in that way. So maybe that will be faster. We could also put some power rails at the beginning, because right now when they launch off, it's pretty slow. And it is really ugly right now. Just just so you know that I know as well, it is ugly. Just that they're out in the middle of nowhere. Hey, that's cool. That is actually so cool. Now is actually as good a time as any to start planning out some of the roads for this main city. Um, so we're just gonna kind of use path blocks, or a shovel, to kind of make like rough paths like this for now, so we can plan it out. And eventually, once we have concrete and such, um, we'll have like an actual path. But I would like to plan out where we're gonna have these roads. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then we'll come back. I've got to say, it is so cool watching these things get in the mine carts and start going. It is I'm so happy I built this. This is so cool. Okay, I kind of have the basic outline of how I want the paths to be. And they all kind of interconnect in some ways. So the goal is to eventually, now that I know these minecarts are so cool, is going to be to make some actual paths out of gravel and cobblestone and, make them look nice, and then have a cart running down the middle of all of the paths so people can get around. If they have to go a far distance, they can jump on a cart and they can just go. Yeah, I really think just even laying down this basic path that is just really rough and doesn't really look very good, but it definitely shows the interconnectivity we are going to have in our colony. It's not perfect. I don't have it laid out everywhere, but it's going to show like really everything's going to connect together. We're going to have lamps like street lights with torches on it. We're going to keep everything in the kind of the medieval style. Um, but we're gonna have, flowers and bushes and the path with the mine carts, and that is the goal. Eventually, when I'm done doing a bunch of infrastructure stuff, like, all these buildings constantly in this capital area, we are going to beautify it to my best ability. To the best of my ability, I should say. I play mine colonies for a reason. It's because I can't build myself, so I have to have people such as my citizens build for me. So I just want to make that known. I'll do my best, but it's probably not going to be the best. All right, next I'm doing something I should have done a long time ago, which is doing some architect cutter recipes for our buildings here. So I didn't realize it was this easy, but you just put input one, input two, and they can do any different type of framed blocks with this. So I just pop that in there. And then let's also change this to oak, because I know we have some things that take oak planks as well. And then we'll take a look at these recipes. See, I have the shingles, this wheat extra and oak, wheat extra and spruces for the shingles. I have the singular stripped wood for each type, and then I have the frame blocks with paper extra for each type on this thing. And over here on the mason that is being upgraded to level 2 as we speak, is also getting some like the brick extra, cobblestone extra, and I think we need to do one more for oak plank, and then extra cobblestone extra. And now we crafted a bunch of paper extra, wheat extra, gonna make a bunch of cobblestone extra as well, and we're just gonna pop it all in there. Um, and yeah, that's gonna be that. We really should not have to worry about making a lot of these basic ones anymore. We still have to worry about the ones with like the colored brick extra until we kind of get more and more of that. Which it looks like it's the gray brick or black brick, or maybe that's black cobblestone extra. I don't know. But until we get more of that, I don't mind just doing that manually. I've also decided to upgrade the town hall to the level 2 town hall. Mostly because this is just ugly, and I would like our town to start to look nice. And level 2 town hall, I think, is going to look a lot nicer than whatever this dirt and wood piece of garbage is. Okay, well, now that we have that stuff going, we have got a couple of buildings upgrading. I kind of want to show you some of my plans to see what you guys think. So, of course, I want to connect all of this to make this our capital city, make this our big industrial powerhouse. But then we have over here, we have this big, like, mountainous hill type of thing. So I'm thinking we do like a minecart track through the mountain here. This is pretty centralized in the mountain, and then we'll pop out, and then maybe this is like a farm land area. We just have a bunch of farms and guard towers out here. I think that could be pretty cool. We grow so many different types of crops. We have animals just on this side of the mountain. And then we can go back through, couriers can ride the minecart. We'll have this like all power railed, so it'd be pretty fast. They could ride minecarts through this hill, pop back out, and they're not too far from the warehouse. Also, I want to start getting farther and farther out this way, because I would like to start getting some more housing built. We need a lot more housing for what I want to do, and I think if we just come out here and build like a big housing district out in this area, let me zoom out here. So this general area could be a bunch of houses. Maybe up here, some more foresters. If we need to make more, I just realized something. With those paths being added, even on the map, this looks way better. This map view of those paths I dug was really, really neat. But yeah, that's kind of my current plan. So to do that, we need to start upgrading our guard towers, and then we also need to get a barracks built. We need a barracks pretty close to our hub. We might actually put the barracks right here in this chunk. It's kind of right here, and then especially if we put all the houses in this area, the barracks isn't too far away. We also need to either get some upgraded housing or just some additional housing over here, because these people are really not happy that their houses are so far. I could probably do some rearranging on who lives where, but instead, I think I would like to just build some new houses, maybe build a guard tower right here. Um, yeah, I'll build a guard tower right here. This will expand this out. We'll build some houses along the water here, probably. That could be pretty cool. Uh, and then we can assign the villagers that all work over here to those houses. I did some more rearranging of the rails to stuff that I think will actually be more useful. Okay, that answered a question I needed as well. And yeah, it looks like they are actually using them more. Um, I have no idea why Kai Jones is running around swinging his pickaxe. Maybe he's like distance mining. But anyway, I moved some near um, I made a path down here that goes this way towards all of those crafting buildings, and this way towards some housing. This builder hut, and also we have a little path that is right in front of the tavern here. We need to upgrade this tavern or move it or destroy it or something. We'll probably end up destroying it. I don't really like that there's a tavern just right here. Or actually, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe we'll just upgrade it and leave it. I'm not 100% sure. You guys can let me know what you think we should do with it. Um, but yeah, these paths seem to be working a lot better. They're using them more. Like we can see this worker here, she's taking this all the way. Now she's gonna run down. Maybe we can extend this down a little bit more. But now she'll jump on and keep continuing that way. Oh, she got on literally just to get off. That was quite interesting. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool addition to the colony, especially when I get some better roads. It'll be even cooler. All right, I have my work cut out for me. I've got my plans. We're going to get these buildings upgraded. We're going to build this guard tower here. I'm going to clear this forest. We're going to build houses. We're going to clear that forested area. We're going to build houses over there. We're going to get that minecart track set up, I think, and try to get our colony extended out that way. So I'm actually going to not end the video off here yet. I'm going to try to get some of this done so we can see some good progression today. All right, now look at that view. Just cleared up this entire forested area. Once we get these chunks expanded by upgrading these towers, we will have plenty of pretty easily buildable space here to build houses. I'll probably just put a bunch of houses out here. And I'm going to change up the designs a little bit and make sure that they all kind of go in there. And then we'll add some rails to connect them to the rest of the city. And then we can really start expanding our population. I also might come down here a little bit more, chop more of these trees out, and do some more farming over here. I don't think our one farm is going to be able to sustain, um, all of our extra citizens, and especially now that we have a bunch more that I've been assigning to guard posts. So we have like 6 or 7 guards alone now. So we definitely are going to have to worry about our food soon. All right, we have that guard tower now. And now if we can look at our town border, we have it extended all the way out here, so we should be able to get some houses going. I made up 10 residences. I don't think I'm going to place 10 here, but we do have the option to use 10 residences here. I'm going to clear out this grass, and let's go ahead and get one placed. I would like one on this kind of higher terrain. Let's go to fundamentals, residence. Let's look at the alt residence. I think I want an alt or a Highlander over here, because the all the other ones near here are the regular ones. So this one is not too bad. Yeah, we'll pop this one down here. There's nothing wrong with this right here. Maybe there we go. So we're gonna have one of those there. We're gonna get, let's see, I think this is in our border still. for now. Yes, it is. We are expanding that to a level 2 guard tower, so this will get bigger as well. But let's put a house here. We just did an alt, so now let's do a Highlander. Yeah, let's do a Highlander here. What is the front door? Oh, I didn't check to see what that would look like at the max level, but it'll be okay. We have a big enough gap between the tower and that. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Backyard, front yard. No complaints. Let's get it placed. And back here, we will go ahead and put down another. Let's do another uh do another alt. These alt ones they're kind of expensive, but they look pretty darn nice. And now is actually a good time for us to be able to make it level 5. Okay. So the platform is really not much bigger than the level 1 like area that it takes up wise. But let's back this all the way up to the border. We want to give this smeltery plenty of room. Yeah. Let's go there. And then those aren't too close together. And I think we will go for one more building right over here. Don't know if I want it here or farther out. I do like that they're a little bit staggered, so let's go ahead and we'll do a Highlander here. We'll go out more. No, I want to pull it back. Okay. Let's pull it back. I don't want them all to be in like the same, the same like Z coordinate or X coordinate or whatever it is. I want them to be staggered a little bit. That right there looks pretty nice. Pop it over 2 more. Shouldn't be interfering with any of these buildings. And now we're going to have some actual housing on this side of the town. So our people should be able to live here, work here, and just, use all of their existence points in this area. Plus, this is going to open us up to 6 new town slots, or actually 8, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 new houses, and I'm going to get them all up to level 2 pretty quickly. So we're going to have some room to play with new buildings, which is going to be sweet. I want to get some stuff done, like the barracks. I want to get, let's see what else. Minecolonies. We need the barracks, we need a library, we need a school, we need a fisher's hut, which is a pretty good spot over there for it. We need an enchanter's tower, we need a graveyard. What else? We're going to need a stone smeltery, we're going to need an archery range. There's just absolutely so many things that we are going to need. Glass blowers, one of them, mechanic, swineherd, if we could, get some of those. A sifter would be nice. So we're going to try to get like all of the different buildings. This is the capital city after all. We need this capital city to be rich with resources, and if we don't have a strong capital city set up, it is going to be much harder for us to be able to set up our little satellite cities. So we gotta keep going on this. So 8 citizens gonna build a bunch of new buildings. uh they don't really just have to be in this area. We're going to move our citizens around. We're going to pop some out of specific housing and then move them around to places that are nearest to their places of work. But this is probably going to end up being a little bit of a shorter one today. I mean shorter video at least. It still took me about 4 or 5 hours to record all of this. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked watching. Leave a comment as well and subscribe. My goal is to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. So I'm giving myself, quite a big time frame, but I believe we can hit it. So thank you all for watching, and hope to see you later.